Ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, trapped in the mundane with a nagging sense that life should offer more? You're not alone. Many find themselves yearning for a breakthrough, for something to spark a transformation that breathes new life into their weary souls. But here's a radical thought. What if the new beginning you're craving isn't something you have to chase, but something already unfolding around you? In a world where change can seem daunting and opportunities often hidden, imagine if God is already at work behind the scenes, orchestrating a miraculous shift just for you. This isn't a distant dream or a far-off hope. It's a present reality that could transform your everyday experience into an extraordinary journey. What if embracing this truth could unlock doors you never even knew existed? Today, you're invited to see the world through a fresh lens, one where God's new work in your life is not only possible, but actively happening. Prepared to discover how to recognize these divine movements, embrace the transformative process, and step confidently into the new opportunities that await. Ready to see what God is doing right now in your life? Let's dive in and explore how this new beginning can reshape your entire perspective. God's work in your life is often like a masterful artist preparing a blank canvas for a new masterpiece. Imagine God as a quiet, unseen force, meticulously arranging every detail behind the scenes to set the stage for a profound transformation. This divine orchestration is not always obvious at first glance. It's the subtle alignment of opportunities and circumstances designed to lead you toward a brighter future. Just like discovering a hidden trail while hiking, these new beginnings reveal themselves when you least expect it, opening doors to possibilities you never imagined. In the midst of your daily routine, it's easy to overlook these new beginnings. Yet, every shift in your circumstances or unexpected opportunity is a sign of God's handiwork, guiding you toward a renewed purpose. Consider how a sudden job offer or an unexpected encounter could be the first step towards a new chapter in your life. By recognizing and embracing these moments, you align yourself with God's plan, allowing His blessings to unfold in your journey. As you navigate through these new beginnings, remember that God's plans for you are always for good. Even when it feels like you're in a season of waiting or uncertainty, trust that He is working diligently behind the scenes. These moments are like planting seeds for a future harvest, and while you may not see immediate results, God's promise is that these seeds will bloom into something beautiful and transformative. Embrace these signs with faith and anticipation. When you start to recognize God's new beginnings, you might wonder how to fully embrace them. This is where staying spiritually alert becomes crucial. By remaining open to God's guidance through daily prayers and reflection, you prepare yourself to step confidently into the opportunities He provides. The journey from recognizing these new beginnings to fully embracing them leads naturally into understanding how to discern and act on God's work in your life. Recognizing God's work in your life requires a keen spiritual awareness, like learning to notice the subtle changes in a familiar landscape. Often it's the little nudges, an unexpected opportunity, a new passion, or a shift in circumstances that signify God's movement. Picture yourself navigating a busy city and suddenly spotting a hidden gem of a cafe. Similarly, God's guidance might appear as small, seemingly insignificant moments that, when acknowledged, lead you to greater blessings. To truly recognize these divine signs, you need to be spiritually alert and actively seek them through prayer. Just as you might check a weather app before heading out, stay connected with God through daily prayers and reflections. This practice helps you tune into the subtle ways He is moving in your life. For instance, if a sudden inspiration leads you to explore a new hobby or career path, it could be God's way of guiding you toward a new beginning. It's easy to miss these signs when you're caught up in routine, so cultivating an attitude of expectancy is key. When you approach each day with the anticipation that God is working on your behalf, you become more attuned to the subtle shifts around you. Like a musician listening for the faintest notes in a symphony, being expectant helps you discern God's voice amid the noise of everyday life. As you continue to recognize these signs, you may find that they lead to deeper understanding and transformation. This journey of discernment prepares you to embrace God's new beginnings fully. By staying spiritually awake and open to His guidance, you naturally prepare yourself for the next step, embracing both the inner and outer transformations He is orchestrating. God's new work in our lives is not limited to external changes. It also deeply impacts our inner selves. Imagine a garden that's been tended with care. Over time, not only do new plants grow, but the soil itself becomes richer and more fertile. Similarly, God's transformative work begins from within, altering our thoughts, attitudes, and character. This internal renewal is essential for embracing the external changes He brings. For example, if you find yourself growing in patience or gaining new insights about your life's purpose, these are signs of God's work transforming you from the inside out. Just as a sculptor chisels away at a block of marble to reveal a masterpiece, God refines our inner selves to reflect His glory. This process might involve letting go of old habits or mindsets that no longer serve us, making space for new, positive growth. Embracing this transformation requires an openness to new directions and a willingness to relinquish past ways of thinking. Consider a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. It's a vivid illustration of the metamorphosis God has in store for us. By surrendering to this process, we allow ourselves to grow into the new creation God envisions for us, aligning our inner and outer lives with His purpose. This dual transformation, both internal and external, prepares us to recognize and act upon the new paths and possibilities God is revealing. It's about cultivating a renewed spirit and a fresh perspective, enabling us to fully step into the new beginnings He has prepared. As you embrace this transformation, you'll find yourself naturally transitioning to the process of embracing God's new work in every aspect of your life. Embracing God's new work involves more than just recognizing the changes. It requires actively participating in the process with flexibility, trust, and patience. Just as a farmer patiently waits for seeds to grow into a bountiful harvest, we must trust that God's timing is perfect and His plans are for our good. This journey involves overcoming resistance and maintaining hope despite the challenges we may face. For instance, if you're feeling a tug to explore a new career or ministry, stepping out in faith can be daunting. It's essential to remain flexible and adapt your plans as God leads you. Think of it like navigating a river with many twists and turns. Sometimes the path isn't clear, but the journey is guided by a greater purpose. Embracing this process with an open heart allows you to align more closely with God's plans. Maintaining an attitude of gratitude and hope is crucial during this period. Imagine you're on a long road trip. The journey may have its share of bumps and detours, but keeping a positive outlook makes the experience more enjoyable. Similarly, appreciating the small victories and maintaining hope through setbacks can transform the process into a meaningful adventure of faith. This approach to embracing God's new work prepares you for the next step, actively participating in His plans through prayer and action. As you navigate the process, remember that each challenge and every triumph is part of a larger picture God is painting in your life. Stay tuned as we'll now explore how to actively engage in this journey with prayer and participation. So, how will you respond to the new beginnings that God is offering? Are you ready to open your heart and eyes to the fresh paths and possibilities that might be unfolding right now? The transformation you seek could be just around the corner, waiting for you to take that first step of faith. Imagine how your life could change if you fully embrace the new directions God is guiding you toward. What if the breakthrough you've been hoping for is simply a matter of recognizing and seizing the opportunities right in front of you? It's time to act on the insights you've gained and step boldly into the new things God has in store. Don't let hesitation or past disappointments hold you back. Embrace the journey with confidence, knowing that God's plans are always greater than our own. If this message has resonated with you, subscribe to our channel and activate notifications so you won't miss out on more daily prayers, blessings, and inspiring content. Your path to renewal and transformation starts now. Take the leap and watch how God makes all things new.